My sister said, "It's not fair. Neither is life, apparently." We were sitting on the porch steps that night, the same ones we used to race up and down when we were little. The air smelled like rain and hospital disinfectant because we'd just come back from visiting Mom. I didn't know what to say, so I just stared at the empty streetlight flickering across from us. "She'll get better," I said, even though I didn't believe it. Mom had been in the ICU for 3 months after the stroke. The doctor said the damage was severe, like that word made it sound less cruel. My sister Ella was only 15. She still wore her hair in a messy bun with a scrunchie and thought crying was something only kids did. But that night, she cried so quietly I almost missed it. Dad was working double shifts to cover the bills, and I'd taken a break from college to help out. Ella didn't understand why I was always tired, why the fridge was empty, why I sold my guitar. She blamed me for everything, like I had a choice. "You get to decide everything," she snapped once. "You're the adult now." The truth was, I didn't feel like one. I was just pretending, same as her. Every day felt like trying to fix a house while it was still on fire. One Friday night, I came home to find her packing a small duffel bag. "I'm going to Aunt Lisa's," she said. "She actually cares." I didn't stop her. I just stood there, numb, as she slammed the door. The next morning, I found a folded note on the kitchen table. "It's not fair that I have to lose everything while you get to stay strong." I cried harder than I thought possible. 2 weeks later, Mom passed away. Aunt Lisa called Ella first. She came back for the funeral, dressed in black sneakers and shaking hands. She wouldn't look at me until after the burial. When everyone else left, she whispered, "I didn't mean what I wrote." I nodded. "I know," I said, "but you were right." We sat beside Mom's grave until the sun started to set. For the first time, it wasn't silent between us. We talked about little things. Mom's pancakes, her off-key singing, how she used to hum while folding laundry. Ella laughed once, then covered her mouth like she wasn't allowed to. "Do you think she knew we were fighting?" she asked. I told her Mom always knew everything. Before we left, Ella pressed a wildflower against the headstone. "It's still not fair," she said, her voice breaking. I wrapped my arm around her shoulder. "No," I whispered, "but at least we still have each other." She leaned her head against me and didn't argue this time. After that day, Ella moved back home. It wasn't easy. Some mornings she wouldn't get out of bed, and I'd just sit beside her, scrolling on my phone until she was ready to talk. Other days, we'd cook together. Burnt pancakes, oversalted eggs, laughing through the mess like it was a competition to see who could ruin breakfast more. The house still felt empty, but at least we were learning to fill it with something that sounded like living. On Mom's birthday, we went to the lake she loved. Ella brought the old camera she'd found in Mom's drawer. We took pictures, then sat on the dock, feet dangling in the cold water. "I think she'd be proud of us," Ella said. I nodded, blinking back tears. "Yeah," I said softly, "even if we're still figuring it out." When we got home, I framed one of the photos, a blurry shot of us laughing, hair wild from the wind. I placed it on Mom's dresser, beside her favorite candle. The flame flickered like it recognized us. Ella smiled and whispered, "It's still not fair." I smiled back, this time with a small laugh. "No," I said, "but it's life, and we're still here." Later that night, I watched her fall asleep on the couch, the photo album open beside her. I realized that maybe fairness was never the point. Maybe love was. The kind that stays even when everything else is gone. And in that quiet, flickering light, I finally felt Mom's presence again. Not in words or dreams, but in the space between our breaths.